Hey guys, so this is how you make some Liquid D&B in FL Studio. First thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to set my tempo to 172 BPM. Second, I'm going to choose some kick and snare samples. I've already chosen them before, so ideally, it's supposed to pick something a bit short and snappy because it's quite a fast moving genre, you know, very fast. So it helps that the drums match that as well. First, I'll just lay out a basic pattern. Sounds good. I'm going to insert slice X, drag this amen break in there, get rid of any points, let me see, get rid of the parts where the there we go, that was really weird. Go home FL Studio, you're drunk. Sober up, okay, you're drunk. Anyway, what you do is that you get rid of any kick samples in this amen break over here. So here's one, I get rid of it, go through them one by one, get rid of that. I think you can leave the snares because it does add a interesting layer, but that's just my opinion. So let's just see what this sounds like. Pretty good. So right now all we need is just some hi-hat samples. I'll use this as a closed hat, and then I'll find another open hat from this sample pack. Where is it? I'm blind. Should have gone Specsavers, mate. Yeah, I'm gonna use this sample pack from Antidote Audio. So I'm gonna link this in the description below, as well as the other sample pack that I used from Culture Sounds. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna find it here. That's a good open one. So open first, close second, open first, close second, open first, close second, etc, etc. So it should be something like this. So obviously this needs a bit of TLC. I actually miss their music, you know. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can get no love from me. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, so I'm going to link these two channels. Okay, so what you want to do is that you want to EQ these drums. So we'll start from the hi-hats first. We're going to high pass them just to get rid of any muddy low end that we don't need. Okay. No, not this one. So about 700 to 800 hertz is the ideal range, because anything more than that, then it just sounds really wishy-washy. We go to our close hi-hat now, do the same thing. So just add a bit of reverb to both of these tracks. Just a touch, not too much. Because otherwise it'll just muddy the mix. And that ain't no good. And then high pass the amen break to about 600 hertz. Make sure to mono the kick, because it will cause some phase problems if you don't. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a EQ to the kick, just to accentuate the low end a little bit, and then take out the really low stuff because you can't really hear it. And then what we'll do is that we'll add a saturator. This is free. There we go. Just add some extra harmonics. With the snare, I'll do the same thing. Throw in head crusher. Give it a high pass. Lower it down slightly. What I'm going to do, I'm going to experiment with a transient shaper. So I'm going to use one called Transpire. So, throw this one here. Experiment with the transient. Yeah, that sounds good. Drums sound good. You might mix a bit more as we go along, but the drums sound pretty solid. So what we'll do now is that we'll make some chords. For chords, I'm going to be kind of lazy for this. So I'm literally just going to use a minor 7th and then put it in the A minor key. Actually, I don't like that. Let me just move it down. Okay, so this is in C minor. Okay, finally got something. Okay, second, what I like to do with pianos, because right now it just kind of sounds fake because all the notes are playing at the same time, and that's not very realistic because when you play a real piano, it doesn't sound like that at all. So to make it a bit more realistic, because that's what we're about here, we're not phonies, we're actually going to put in some pizzazz, I guess. We're going to try and make the notes sound more realistic. So what we'll do is, okay, so what is it? Okay, so I'm going to have to, let me know in the comments if you actually have a workaround for this, but what I'll have to do now, which is kind of a pain in the ass, is that I have to redraw these notes on top of these ones so I can actually edit them. You'll get what I mean in a second. Okay, so what we'll do is that we'll take these notes and then we will offset them ever so slightly. That sounds a lot better. I'm gonna open up Flex again. By the way, you can use any piano plugin, but I just use Flex because it's the easiest. So I'll just open up this filter because it causes it to be sort of low end heavy and I don't like it. It sounds kind of muddy. So I'll open it up. I'm gonna add some reverb and some delay. There we go. So let's see how this sounds together with the drums. So we're going to EQ the low end because it's quite muddy. And we need to have some room for the bass that we're going to add in later, the respace. You could add, and I know this kind of gets a lot of flack, a lot of crap within the music producer community, but I'm going to add some soundgoodizer. Okay, I know, hear me out, but it sounds pretty good. That's why it's called the soundgoodizer. It's quick, it's easy, and it sounds pretty decent depending on the context in which it's used. So, shush. Stop typing on your keyboards. Shush. Shut up. That's what I thought. That sounds pretty good. Lower the volume to make up for the added gain. Cool. So what we'll do now is we'll add some bass. A respace to be more precise. So for this I'm going to use Vital, which is a free VST that you can download right now. Go and do it, man. What the hell are you waiting for? Go download it right now or I'll slap you with a fish. So first things first, you shift drag down twice, so that's 24 semitones, which means 2 octaves, which is 7 voices. Going for 7. Add a little bit more unison because that's what gives it the scratchy sort of movement. So we'll do that. Maybe about 25 or 28. Okay, so this is really flipping annoying, but OBS just decided to just unalive itself. So I had to re-record some things, kind of a pain. So I'm just going to be a little bit lazy and just playing things just really briefly. So after adding in some effects and some atmospheres like so, and alongside the pluck that I added in, and the chords and the drums and the sidechain, everything sounds like this. So I'm gonna play it in 3, 2, 1. There we go. I'm well aware of the lag and there's nothing much I can do about it, but hopefully you guys found this tutorial interesting. I spent a lot of time off, I apologize, but I guess I'm gonna try and pump out some more content for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Adios.